In today's video, I'll be sharing with you my most addictive fragrances right now. If you're interested, then just keep watching. My name is Ayesha from simplyayesha.com. Here on YouTube, I make videos about fragrance, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle. If those are things you're interested in, please subscribe. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So as I said, in this video, I'll be sharing with you my most addictive fragrances right now. I do these videos every month, and in them, I share with you 5 fragrances that I have not been able to get enough of. So these are the fragrances that either I've been wearing a lot, I've been thinking about wearing a lot, I've been just going back to sniffing over and over. Those are the fragrances that I'll be sharing with you in this video. I do limit myself to 5 fragrances. Normally, today we have a bonus, but I do limit myself to 5 fragrances because I love a lot of my fragrances. I sniff a lot of my fragrances. So keeping it at 5 normally helps to keep me like in line of what I'm really hooked on right now. I also want to mention that in these videos, I do not include any fragrances that I have had for less than a month because I feel like whenever I get a new fragrance, I of course want to wear it. Of course I think about it. So I feel like if I get into sharing new fragrances all the time, it's just going to be a video full of new fragrances every month. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this month's fragrances. So this first fragrance is one that I have loved since it first came into my life. So I probably had this fragrance about a year, but recently I put it on my fragrance tray and y'all, I just really thoroughly enjoy wearing it. So this one is from Zerof and this is DECA's. So DECA's is not a very popular fragrance from Zerof, but it's one that I absolutely love. So this fragrance is very interesting. It is not an easy one to describe, but for me, when I smell this, I get this bright citrusy fragrance. So to me, it's something like bergamot mixed with this deep kind of warm resinous feel. To me, it kind of smells like honey, although I don't think honey is an actual note in this fragrance, but to me, it kind of gives off that vibe of honey without going too honey-ish, if you know what I mean. It also smells ambery, and everything about this fragrance, when I smell it, it gives me that amber color. Like it gives me that warm kind of orangey red yellowish tone of amber, and I love it. This fragrance also kind of smells like it has some musk in it, and the musk seems to be I don't want to say animalic, but more so getting towards the animalic side than getting towards the like clean laundry side. This is beautiful. It wears beautifully in the hot weather. And like I said, it was on my fragrance tray this past month, and I think I wore it maybe about 3 times, which is a lot, especially since I went out of town twice this month and I didn't take it with me. And I just kept wanting to wear it, y'all. So really happy that I put it on my fragrance tray for this month because I really enjoyed wearing it. So again, that is DECA's from Zerof. This next fragrance is relatively new to me, but I have had it for a few months. This is from Rosendo Matel, and this is number 8. So I believe this is the newest release from the house. And this is a fragrance that when it first came out, I was kind of like unsure about. Like it sounded good, but I'm like, is this just gonna be another Herba Pura? Because I feel like a lot of these fruity fragrances that have like depth to them end up smelling similar to Herba Pura by Zerof. Well, I'm happy to say this one doesn't. So to me, when I smell this, I do get like a bowl of mixed fruits. And I would say that's kind of similar to Herba Pura, but I don't think that they smell the same at all. So this bowl of mixed fruits, it's kind of hard to determine what's in here, but I definitely feel like I'm picking up on some sort of melon and pineapple along with some other like more tropical leaning fruits. However, there is something in this fragrance which I have not been able to put my finger on. There is something that's giving it this cool vibe, like almost like a minty, cool green vibe, but it's not too much, but it makes it really interesting. And then in the background of the fragrance, there's definitely something deeper, like probably some sort of woody note, but it's not overpowering. To me, this is more so all about the fruitiness and that coolness that I get, but there's something deeper that kind of gives it just a little bit more grounding so that it doesn't smell too juvenile. The sweetness in here is perfectly balanced out by that like cool green nature. So I found that this wears really well on my skin. Like I felt like it just smelled good when I wear it. more so than in the bottle. It's smelling good right here on the paper, but it's actually my scent of the day. And when I wear it on my skin, I feel like I just smell really good. Like I smell summery, but I also still smell sophisticated, and it doesn't smell like every other fruity scent that's out there, which is something that I enjoy. So again, that is Rosendo Matel number 8. This next fragrance is from the brand Obvious, and this is called Un Pistache. So this fragrance is a pistachio scent, but it is not what you may be thinking. So there's pistachio here, and it is a little bit sweet. It's also nutty like pistachio is, but this fragrance is a very airy, kind of woody pistachio scent. Now, I don't remember the notes on this fragrance, but to me, if I had to guess, I would say this is more like an ambroxan woodiness that I get from this fragrance mixed with that sweet pistachio. However, when I say sweet, it's not like candy sweet. It's not like pistachio ice cream, pistachio gelato. It's not to that extent. It's only slightly sweet, but it smells really, really good, y'all. So I found that this is very easy to wear. It's something that I could wear day to day, and it gives me a slight bit of gourmand touch, but not really. This is a very easygoing kind of your skin but better, but add in pistachio sweetness. It's really good. It's not going to be for everybody, because I feel like nowadays when people think about pistachio fragrances, you're thinking something sweet, thick, gourmand, and this is not that, but I actually find that to be quite refreshing. So again, that is Un Pistache by Obvious. This next fragrance is from Maison Francis Kurkdjian, and this is 724. So this is not a new release, but it is relatively new to my collection, and y'all, I love this fragrance. I love it. I had a sample of this like when it first came out, and then recently I decided to pick up a bottle after smelling it again in store, and I really have been enjoying this. So this is a like laundry detergent scent in my opinion. It smells like clean, freshly laundered clothes that use some expensive detergent and fabric softener, not that stuff you get out of Target. It's like the high-end luxurious fabric softener. It smells so good, y'all. So yeah, that's how I describe it, like clean laundry detergent. It does have this kind of bright citrusy tone to it, but I wouldn't necessarily call it a citrus. To me, it's more musky with those citruses. But yeah, clean laundry detergent. That's what I'm getting, and it's done in the most high-end, elegant way. It sounds very simple, but it's done very, very well. And this actually performs pretty well. Whenever I think about like clean type scents, a lot of them are very light. This is not really light. This is like, one day I remember wearing this to TJ Maxx. The cashier that was helping me kept talking about how good I smell, and then her colleague that was down the way at the end of the other end of the cashier counter complimented me as well. So although this is a clean scent, I felt like it was very well performing. It lasted a long time, and it just smells good. It just smells good and effortless. So again, that is 724 from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. This next fragrance is another one from Maison Francis Kurkdjian, and this is Aqua Vite Forte. So this is a citrusy scent, and oftentimes I'm not like addicted to citrusy type scents, but there is something about this one that I keep going back to, y'all. Where it's located in my collection, I actually have to use a step stool to get it, but if I didn't, I feel like I would have been wearing it even more. So this fragrance I've had maybe like a month and a half, 2 months, and I don't know if y'all can see my dent in that. Like, that's pretty good for me. Considering the size of my collection, considering how much I typically spray my fragrances, I feel like that is quite the dent for me, and I have been loving this. There's something about this that is not like a boring citrus for me. So when I smell this, I get citrus, obviously, and to me, what smells to be the most prominent citrus smells something like orange, like mandarin orange or something like that. So it's that slightly sweetened citrus. But then there's also some sort of spice, and I couldn't tell you what kind. I could not tell you what kind of spice, but there's some kind of spice in here that's giving it this very like unique quality. This also has a bit of a woody base, but I don't find that this leans too masculine, because I feel like some citruses, when they have that woody base, can lean too masculine for me. But this one is just so well balanced. There is something about Francis Kurkdjian. His nose is dynamic. Like, this seems to be such a simple fragrance, and I guess it is, but it is executed so well. I never hear anybody talk about this. I don't even remember why I decided to pick this up. I feel like I went down this rabbit hole and decided to get this. And I ordered this from the Francis Kirkjohn website too, the Maison Francis Kirkjohn website. So it's not like I found it for a deal or nothing. Like I paid full price for this. But y'all, I am so happy with it. This is delicious. Well, not delicious in an edible way, but like there's something so satisfying about this scent. And it's hard for me to put my finger on it, but I've been loving it. So I will definitely be using this some more while it's still warm, because this is not really the type of scent that I think I would wear when it cools down. I mean, I'm in Florida, so it really don't cool down that much, but this for me is like spring, summer. I don't think I would wear it outside of those seasons, but right now I am really thoroughly enjoying it. So again, that is Aqua Vite Forte by Maison Francis Kirkjohn. And this last fragrance is an honorable mention because technically I haven't really worn this that much and I haven't been sniffing it that much, but I'll tell you why I decided to include it in this video anyway. So this is from Rosendo Parfums and this is Isola Blue. So again with the citruses, but that's just the vibe I'm in right now. It's super hot. And I've been loving to smell clean and bright. So Isola Blue is another citrus. Now this one is definitely sharper. So I feel like I can definitely pick up some lemon in this fragrance, but to me it doesn't smell like lemon clean or anything. But if lemon is problematic for you, this may not be for you. I also feel like I can pick up like bergamot in this fragrance. And maybe some other citruses, I'm not really sure what, but then there is this definite greenness to this fragrance. I'm not sure what the green note is, but there is definitely this fresh greenness to this fragrance. And again, it has a woody base, but to me, the woods don't take this over. This is more so like fresh green, slightly spicy, citrusy scent. Now this fragrance, I know some women think it leans masculine. I don't think so, especially not on my skin. But I could see how some people could think that because of that greenness along with the spicy, woody citrus. But for me, this is perfectly unisex. This fragrance I took out of town with me on a little girls trip. And y'all, I really thoroughly enjoyed wearing it. That's why I wanted to include it on this, because this is a fragrance that is kind of high up in my collection, like where it's located is high up. And so it's not like I'm getting up there sniffing and smelling it all the time. I do look at it though. I do think about it, but I don't step up on that step stool and get it. But y'all, I took it out of town with me and I really enjoyed wearing it the entire time I was there. I think I wore it every single day I was there. Not all day because I wore different stuff like at night, but every day that I was there, I wore this at some point during that day and I really, really enjoyed wearing it. And for me, although it's a citrus scent, there's something unique about this and it's hard for me to explain why. Like I really don't know why, but the way that this is done, it smells luxurious. It doesn't smell boring. It doesn't smell like a basic citrus that you could pick up at your local Walgreens or anything. This smells like class. Like this smells elegant. This smells like you're on a yacht somewhere. This is so good. And honestly, for the price, it better be, right? But yeah, there's something about this that I can't put my finger on that I just love. And so although I already had my 5, I felt like I needed to add this in. So we'll just call it an honorable mention. So again, that is Isola Blue by Rosendo Parfums. So those are my most addictive fragrances right now. Let me know if you've tried any of the fragrances that I mentioned. What do you think of them? And in the comment section, please leave what was your most addictive fragrance for the past month. Make sure you leave that in the comments so that we can all join in on this conversation. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to my channel. Also, make sure you have that notification bell on so that you don't miss a video from me. Also, make sure you check out my website. It's www.simplyayesha.com. Get on my email list over there so that we can always stay in contact. And if you want to connect me more, follow me on Instagram or TikTok. And all my links for all my social media, along with all the links for the products I mentioned, will be in the description box below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.